Hi everyone, Rajshahi University International Affairs and Business Society celebrates the May Day that is also known as International Labor Day that is celebrated across the world on the 1st of May. The biggest question that comes to our mind is that why do we celebrate May Day? Why does history allow us to call it International Labor Day? We'll get to that, but before moving on to that, introducing Home of Research, Innovation and Development, REID, that is an independent working organization that promotes productive activities, structural training, capacity building, unique models and all types of development activities within the education sector. Catch more on their Facebook page and website. Now moving back onto the topic of history of May Day. 1st of May was celebrated around the world as May Day for two different reasons. Firstly, ancient European tradition, and secondly, International Labor Day. In Europe, celebrated by Maypole, it is referred as medieval pagan fertility festival for welcoming the spring. The other and the most important is the International Labor Day, which is referred to be a day for workers for their rights, solidarity, and protest. But how did it become a workers' day? The origin of May Day is found here during the earlier 19th century, where the struggle of the shorter workday originated from the beginning of the factory system in the United States. At that time, workers had to work for 10 to 16 hours a day. That's nearly two-thirds of a day. That also with low wages and in unsafe conditions where injuries and deaths were not so rare. As early as the 1960s, working people agitated to shorten the workday without a cut in pay. But however, they were organized and strong enough in the 1880s to declare a proper 8 hours of work per day. In the meantime, socialism started attracting the workers for its ideology, where workers get to take over the goods and services over the owners. And thousands of working people embraced the ideals of anarchism, which sought to put an end to all hierarchies, including the government. Looking at the history, in a convention in Chicago on 1884, decided that May 1, 1886 would be the day that first 8-hour workday would come into effect. More than 300,000 workers walked off that day, and on May 3rd, police killed at least 2 strikers and many were wounded. A public meeting was called on May 4 in Haymarket Square to discuss the police brutality, where a bomb was thrown, killing 7 officers and at least 4 civilians. 8 anarchists were convicted, and among the later recognized Haymarket martyrs were sentenced to death and imprisoned despite their innocence. In 1889, Second International declared May 1 as International Workers' Day, and in 1916, 8-hour workday turned into a law in USA. Now, May Day is an official holiday in 66 countries and unofficially celebrated in many more, but rarely it is recognized in the country where it began, the United States. The day commemorates the past labor struggles against rights violations, including lengthy workdays, poor conditions, and all kinds of illegal labor. It is also observed in Bangladesh, but still in the country, there are some oppressions going within the workers, like unfavorable working conditions, insufficient facilities, and unequal wages, with so on. But the worker will always roar for diminishing all the evil. May Day reminds us that current condition of worker is not taken for granted. Rather, it is achieved.